Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um I Today is finally the day. Today is finally the day. I As you can see, I'm ready. I am going to have my neurology appointment. And I will give you a brief background of why I'm having a neurology appointment to a lot of you who just happens to see this video. Why I'm having that, a lot of you might not know I suffer with UCTD, and I well, it started last year in October. I had flown out to Indiana to care for my best friend slash ex-partner. At the time he was having, he had emergency surgery. So I flew out there to care for him. The day before of me flying back home, which I live in New York City, I suffered a seizure. And so the seizure was it was really terrible. It was really like I never experienced such a thing in my life. I'm gonna put the link of me describing that situation of that video in the description box so you could take a look. My what I was experiencing at that time. So when I was out there, I went, of course, to the emergency room, and they done a lot of things to me to get me to stabilize, because I was just throwing up profusely, and I just couldn't, I couldn't function. I couldn't walk. I was getting dizzy. I couldn't do anything. And so at that time, I had a CT scan done, and it came up abnormal. Now, I'm going to describe it a little more detail after I get my doctor's visit, so I could compile all the information on what the doctor will say to me, and the result of that exam, because I briefly, I think, mentioned it, but the thing is, like, I don't want to start that conversation and then cut it and then restart it again. So I'm doing my brief introduction of this video. But the video, well, basically is that the results of that exam, what came up abnormal. So today is the day. It took me months to get this appointment here in New York City, because they wanted me to follow up with their doctors, but since I don't live in Indiana, it doesn't make sense. So it took me a while to get this appointment for my neurology here in New York City, and to the doctors that I normally go to. So my appointment, I'll be having a virtual appointment, and I got my papers all ready to talk about my results, because obviously I had to order my report of what was done to me, the blood work, what practically the type of care they gave me. Anyway, so we'll see how this appointment is going to turn up, and I will definitely give you a big breakdown of what she said, and what the condition that I have, and what will be the next steps that is going to be taken for me. All right, so I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty, stay tuned. Okay, if you see the colors on the first video, and then now this second part, is because I was filming the first part through my phone, and now I got the camera set up, so this is why the range of colors look a little bit off. I just literally got off the phone and had my neurology appointment with my doctor, and I'm still processing everything she said. It's a lot of process that I've gotta go through regarding to me getting back to almost normal. So the first part of the video I mentioned about me having the seizure, and they found some abnormal problem in my brain, and I'm gonna mention the name of the condition that they found, and I'll give you a brief description I'm reading off from my phone. All right, so it is called tuberous, and I'm gonna spell that out on the bottom part of the video. Tuberous sclerosis. All right, so it is a multi-system genetic disease that causes non-cancerous benign tumors to grow in the brain and other vital organs such as kidneys, hearts, lung, and skin. It usually affects the central nervous system and can result in combination of symptoms including seizures, impaired intellectual development, autism, behavioral problems, skin skin abnormalities, and kidney. It says kidney disease again. Okay, so the severity of symptoms varies widely. Symptoms range from mild to allowing people to live independently, productive lives, to more severe symptoms that can affect everyday life, even be life-threatening. Now, it goes into a lot of details, and if you want to, I will put a link of this information in the description box, so if you want to read on, because it goes into detail on a lot of things on that. So that was found in my brain. So when I first put out the initial video of my seizure, or she didn't call it a seizure, the doctor, but the episode that I went through, I had always questioned whether it was UCT related. And so after speaking to the neurologist a few minutes ago, I'm going to confirm that it's not. It's not related to UCTD. So everybody who has UCTD, you could breathe a bit, Unfortunately, I'm not that lucky. So this problem has stemmed from me getting COVID. And I really have a lot of work to go through the next few months, because not only COVID, it affected my breathing and my sense of smell. It affected my brain, and I'm having issues of not only like what that they found that initial tumor, but it's affecting me in other things that I did not pick up on, because she had to go through a thorough exam of memory and questioning different things, and I was flunking left and right like nobody's business. So I know it's not because I was nervous. It's just, after going through that initial, because she goes through a questionnaire and asking me specific questions and going through these exercises of like making sure if you could retain information. Unfortunately, I was flunking. I was flunking, and I'm not taking it personally. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry and say, "Oh my God, I'm fucked." I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just gonna do is like, I'm gonna take it step by step by step. She had mentioned about that it's people who has suffered COVID. This has become a problem for people trying to recover and go back to the normal ways of life, that they develop these issues. So mine is retaining information, and which you guys seen throughout the last, I don't know how many videos I put out, that I always had like a cheat sheet because I could not retain any information. And that was due to this situation that I had caught with COVID, that I could not remember anything. And it was a problem, you know, and it still is a problem because it obviously it's still affecting me now. So the initial game plan that she has for me, good thing is I don't have to take medication right now because my condition physically hasn't gotten severe. But I do have to go through a lot of things, a lot of evaluations. So the first thing I have to go for is an MRI. They need to check my brain to make sure that it's not deteriorating, that that I'm not developing other issues along with what they just saw in the CT scan. Also, I have to go for an ENT because since having COVID, I still have the problem of smell. Like a lot of people who says, oh, that they catch COVID, that you lose the taste and smell. Well, the taste part came back, but the smell part, I'm still having issues with it. So I have to go to an ENT so they could help me find ways to get the initial breathing, the smell, work on that to get back to normal. I also have to see a psychologist, a neuropsychologist, if she's explained it correctly, that she is going to help me go through the steps of trying to regain the sense of memory again, try to find the ways to work on getting my memory issues back on track. And I think there was another thing I had to go through, which I can't remember. You see, this is the problem. I'm having the memory. I know I had to go someplace, another place, but that I had to get something else done. If I remember, I'll make it a separate video. I'm sorry. Also, eventually, after going through all the steps, then she'll make a follow-up appointment with me, and within 3 months, and she will give me a breakdown. Okay, if I progressed on anything or anything that I need to worry about. And she was very thorough. So I'm just gonna say is that I got a long way to go. And I will definitely give you guys, every time I go through one of the appointments, I will definitely give you guys a breakdown that anybody who is experiencing on recovering from COVID could get to see these videos and be able to see my journey on trying to regain my life again. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a long one. I don't even know what to say. What else to say? I'm still processing. So this is not the end of it. So obviously this is not the end of it. All I can say is, and everybody who sees this video, please keep me in your prayers, because it's gonna be hard. And also, anybody, please give it a like, and anybody who can see this video and have questions and information that maybe they going through something similar that I'm going through. Oh, now I remember what it was. Step back. So the last thing that I definitely need to see is a sleep specialist. I have to see a sleep specialist because of the fact that I can't sleep at night. It's affecting my quality of life. I have been having issues of sleeping. So they are sending me to a sleep specialist to work on that. So that was the other thing that I couldn't remember. So take a step back. Yes, I'll be seeing a sleep specialist. So anytime I'm gonna go through different appointments, I definitely will do is I will do follow-up videos for those appointments. Also, I will be put on a registry that anybody that have the same condition that I have, that they be able to trace back, that is people who had caught COVID and what they're going through. And so at least they could keep everybody pretty much you know, like a track for other people in the future who are going through something similar. And I believe in, you know, helping others, so why not? I do it for the cause. Anyway, so I'm sorry if I seem like all over scared throughout this whole video, but obviously it's a lot for me to process, a lot for me to get through it. Again, I'm gonna ask anybody who sees the video, please give it a like, so anybody that are going through what I'm going through could get a chance to see what I went through with this initial appointment, and they could get an idea of what to expect when they have to go through that same process. And again, this will be just a follow-up coming up in some point, and I will definitely keep you guys you know, abreast on my journey getting through this. All right, so please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, you're welcome to subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, please, you can leave it on the description, not description, you can leave it in the comment box in YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, you can leave me a question, and I will definitely will try to help you and educate, you know, not so much educate you, but share my experience, what I'm going through right now, and build that community. All right, so I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.